Hello, world, and welcome back to Beyond the Matrix. Today I'm going to be talking about the moon, and the moon is here in Pisces with Jupiter, and I brought back one of the outer planets, Neptune. So all of these planets are very close to one another. This is all in the dreamy sign of Pisces. So I expected to be able to use dreams to help me here to meditate on this energy, but I woke up and immediately started doing things, which is why I'm not doing this as early as I normally do. So instead, I'm going to read from The Archetypal Universe by Renn Butler about Neptune and Jupiter because they're at home in Pisces. So the traditional ruler of Pisces was Jupiter before there was Neptune. But it just so happens that both of these planets are in this sign, and this can be affecting different places in everybody's chart. This is running with that backdrop of everything I was talking about that's also happening. The eclipse, Venus just passed the south node from our geocentric perspective. And now the sun is moving towards that conjunction with the south node. And then Mercury will come through. There will be that eclipse that's going to happen. All that's running in the backdrop. Mars still at 25 degrees. And actually in square with the moon at some point during the day today, and sort of in the midst of all of this energy of Neptune and Jupiter as well, being in Pisces. So, like I said, I just wanted to read about Neptune and Jupiter and give you an idea, and give me an idea. Let me search this part of the mindscape too of these planets when they come together. Okay, it says grand idealism and vision, dreams come true optimism, a rich and creative imagination, experiences of oceanic ecstasy, a spiritualized view of what constitutes success in life. And then there's a little bit of like shadowy ways this could manifest. Tendencies toward rose-colored over-optimism, mirages of grand prosperity, excessive religious trappings and ceremony, spiritual materialism. Well, then there's Robert Hand's. Robert Hand wrote about Pisces in his Horoscope Symbols book. It talks about the rulership. So the relationship of Pisces to Neptune and Jupiter. And this is from Robert Hand's Horoscope Symbols. It says, the connection between Pisces and Neptune is strong. Both are symbols of ego transcendence and union with the infinite. Both also confer a great deal of sensitivity and imagination. And in both, imagination may go to excess and become illusion and deception. Even the conflicts associated with Neptune are found with Pisces. Both are connected to sacrifice and victimhood. Both often signify a lack of strong ego. Both are very watery with all that implies. And then about Jupiter. Jupiter as the traditional ruler of Pisces is not as easy to see. Where both Neptune and Pisces place strong emphasis on faith, Jupiter wants knowledge. Where Neptune and Pisces tend to be retiring and passive, Jupiter can be arrogant and assertive. Perhaps the main connection is that Jupiter, like both Pisces and Neptune, has a religious dimension. This arises directly out of Jupiter's association with integration, the relationship between parts and wholes. But Jupiter is much more associated with theology than with direct mystical experience. It is the priest rather than the mystic. Therefore, although Jupiter is rather well placed in Pisces, we have to give Pisces to Neptune. Which is interesting because Robert Hand is usually arguing against newer pairings. Well, at least from what I've read. Maybe today it's different because I'm experiencing the transit. But moon transits are always really quick too. That's why we don't usually talk about them unless it's like the full moon or the new moon. But it's running in the background always. You know, the moon's going to move every 2.5 days or so. And it's always going to be interacting with planets in conjunctions, in aspects like squares and oppositions, trines and sextiles. So the moon's constantly moving, constantly changing phase. We're closing in on that eclipse moment too. So this is a little magic before that in some area of life for you. And that's what I have for today. I think it's a nice meditation to start a Friday. So whatever that means for you, mystically, religiously, can be devotions that you want to explore. I think it's very whimsical, very dreamy. This has the potential to become inflated. So that's what to watch out for, is recognize this being a pretty short period of time, at least for the moon to be here, emotions to be added into it, creativity to be added into it, like our body being added into it. But Neptune and Jupiter are still going to be hanging out there for a little while. So it's lasting. We're just embodying it more right now with the moon being in that conjunction. But like I said, it's pretty quick. So as moon transits are. I think that's good for today. So I think I'm going to wrap it up. And I hope that this is enjoyable. And I'll be back tomorrow to discuss another transit. So I'll see you then.